I like your reverb in your house. It's glorious. Some beautiful reverb over there, Josh.
You get some reverb there.
Yes, that's all I got is reverb.
So, as we were discussing before the record button was pressed,
Right
Bitcoin
before I dropped all my coffee.
Bitcoin is dead again, and
It's dead.
it looks like it's time for me to just liquidate the entire crypto portfolio.
Yeah, I sold everything.
Yeah,
I don't
Bitcoin
know
went
about
from,
you.
was it 41,000?
41. Who cares? You either, if you didn't get out, you lose forever. The
It's
bottom is 0.
It's down 13% on the day. And
Wow, that's on its way. It's taking an XRP.
yeah, so I'm gonna roll the intro here.
There's a major disconnect right now between reality and fantasy when it comes to Bitcoin, cryptocurrencies, and blockchain technology.
Slow, expensive, and unreliable.
I think they all have zero value. I think they're going to zero.
It's just gambling. I mean, you want to gamble, go to Vegas. Vegas is fabulous.
So it's just not a real thing, and eventually it'll be the emperor's out clothes.
It's kind of monopoly money. It's like we can talk about it.
My daughter bought some Bitcoin and it went up, and she thinks she's a genius now. But
I mean, you better get on the bus of Bitcoin, or else you're just like, you're left behind.
This is the Bags to Riches podcast, the show where nothing is real except the infinite possibilities in crypto.
On there, on there, on there, on there.
What's up?
What a mess. What a beautiful mess.
What an absolutely beautiful mess that will all be cleaned up and cut out.
Oh, I hope not.
Well, we'll see. We'll see if we're referencing something that's there or not. But
All right.
oh, what the fuck?
I'm gonna trust your plan specifically here.
Okay. But this is episode 6 of the Bags to Riches podcast, and we're your glorious crypto grifters, Joshua
And Mig Welder.
Mig Welder. Mig Welder.
That's what my boss used to call me.
Yeah, okay.
Back when I was a wage cock.
before you made it with crypto.
Actually, that was my brother's name for me for some reason.
Well, it's
And then it got transferred over to my boss. God damn it.
it is a shame because we were celebrating the $1 trillion milestone of the crypto market cap just
Wow.
mere days ago, and then
No, it went to 1.1, didn't it?
yeah, 1.1 trillion, and that's where it all ended. That's where it that marks the end of this cycle's bull run here.
Hope you packed your bags.
Yeah, I hope that everybody got out at the top, and well, we're probably going
Listen
to
to
be
Bloomberg. Listen to Motley Fool. They obviously had your best interests in mind.
Yeah, I mean, now is the time to transition into the traditional market. We did all the analysis, and the dream of crypto is over for a few years. I'm not saying it's going to be dead completely, but it's we're packing up.
Saying it's going to be dead, absolutely.
Yeah. So we have from CoinDesk. Total crypto market value hits record $1 trillion. So this was during the euphoria. We have Zach Vowell here reporting that for the first time ever, according to CoinGecko's index of 6,124 assets, it's hit $1 trillion, and that's the total market cap in 2017 was only 760 billion according to TradingView.
Woof, we're not even trying.
Yeah, this is
Call that a bull run.
Yeah, that was pretty pathetic. I was expecting a lot more. I was expecting 6 figures on this run.
I didn't even experience any G-forces, like... My Baja didn't even take off.
We have Forbes weighing in on,
Oh, no.
on what they think caused the topping of 40,000, and this was written before the fortuitous crash. And so it said it's added 400% in the last 12 months. And it says that recent gains, according to researchers, are due to whales accumulating more Bitcoin.
I didn't know whales could trade.
Yeah, well, apparently the addresses with more than 100 Bitcoin are considered Bitcoin whales. And they've increased their Bitcoin holdings into those wallets. And there's also more wallets with more than 100 Bitcoin in them. So there's a little bit of consolidation of Bitcoin.
I'm a total uncultured brainlet when it comes to actual investing. Do they use the same excuses like that in traditional stock market? Just be like, oh, Tesla's up today because of whales.
Yeah.
Like grab your kids, grab your bags. You get to go on vacation now. At your 6%.
Well, I'm pretty sure that they do use the term whales. But and I think that I think that the same effect generally happens. It's just between certain hours of the day instead of crypto.
Oh, I see.
But yeah, I'm pretty sure that that's something that Forbes is well acquainted with reporting, that whales are accumulating.
Yeah, well, it seems to be all that they ever say is it's up, but it's probably not the future. But thanks to the whales, it's up.
It sounds like they're pretty bullish on it though. Forbes,
yeah,
more than
wow.
more than Bloomberg. They're not hedging their opinion section here.
Oh, that's fair. The opposite is true with Bloomberg still saying worst Bitcoin plunge since March shakes faith in crypto. Boom. It's like they know the common sentiment or something. They know what people who actually invest in not their stocks actually think.
Yeah, it's like people other than us believe this thing. For sure.
Right. So they say true believers in Bitcoin argue the rally this time is different from the past boom-bust cycles in it because the asset has matured with the entry of institutional investors and increasingly seen a legitimate hedge against dollar weakness and inflation risk. And others worried the rally is untethered from the reason and blah, 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 blah. With Bitcoin unlikely to ever serve as viable currency alternative. And then one more thing, they obviously have to put this in each article from Bloomberg as Bitcoin is almost certainly in another bubble and its current growth rate is not sustainable.
Wow.
How many times have we heard that?
It sounds like it sounds like they're trying to build a portfolio over there to Bloomberg.
I wonder who they fool with that though, because this has been said every cycle.
Well,
and you know what? Maybe I wouldn't have. Maybe I didn't throw money in it when I was 19 because I saw stuff like this.
Yeah, no, it's fair.
It's at $200. There's no way.
Although there's no way I was reading this stuff at that age.
That's true.
But also we have JP Morgan wants to weigh in.
Oh no.
And I think JP Morgan has a little bit of a historied past with crypto, being flip-floppers,
futures and stuff.
They were originally against it, I think, and then then they revealed their project in it, because I believe that they had their own coin that they were trying to make. I don't know if they ever did. But
JP Morgans,
they
could have just done an XRP, man. They could.
They still might.
Yeah, they could make their own XRP. Really, all you got to do is make a crypto, sell it as a stock, and then you just every dollar that goes to it's basically a donation to your company as you release more tokens into the ecosystem and sell.
Well, as far as I'm concerned, JP Morgan is flooding Bitcoin right now because they say
Oh no.
Bitcoin could rise to $146,000 long term as it competes with gold.
140. They're saying 146,000.
They're saying 146,000, but they're saying long term as it competes with gold, with which, like, I don't know, like,
what's the long term here? Like 60 years?
yeah, it's like
One
I don't know. Historically, Bitcoin has never just like settled on a price. So I mean,
Yeah, right.
like
We're just gonna hang out really low for a while.
because I could see them saying like, okay, well, it's not like really at 400,000 if it's only there for like 2 minutes.
Yeah.
And so
I mean,
we
when
were
you
right
see...
when we said 146, but you know.
Right. When you see like $100 billion move in and out of this like within a day, like,
Yeah. Well, and they're talking about it competing with gold, which is like $10 trillion like market cap, and we are like sitting around 1 trillion in crypto. It's like the people who like are making predictions about Bitcoin competing with gold have Bitcoin a lot higher than 146,000.
right.
But you know,
Yeah, I don't know.
like I could see where you'd get this
who's to
number.
say?
You know, it's like, okay, well, maybe Bitcoin's going to take like a third of the gold market, and then you know it'll just like triple in price.
Well, you can't have Bitcoin without gold.
Is that true?
It's true.
Oh, I didn't read that in the white paper.
Yeah, it says so right there on the front of the white paper. It
Oh,
says,
jeez.
"Hi, I'm Satoshi Nakamoto, and this is my new gold-backed currency.
You guys need gold for this shit, bro.
You guys got my
That's a
gold-backed
direct quote.
currency." Yeah, it's gonna.
Bitcoin
need it,
is the
so-
world's next gold-backed currency. That's what it was always meant to be. It's meant to be digital gold.
Digital gold.
And so after the crash here, this is from like 12 hours ago now, or more, 15 hours ago, it's like nearly $170 billion wiped off the cryptocurrency market in 24 hours as Bitcoin pulls back from CNBC here.
CNBC.
Yeah.
How wise, how brave.
And so, yeah, I guess it went went down to 959 billion from 1.1 trillion. And clearly the final blow off top in this. The story's been written for this bull run.
Blow off top.
And you can tell because normies have already FOMO'd. This story coming from CoinDesk, a deluge of would-be Bitcoin traders prompts eToro to put out the unwelcome mat. And by that they mean they've raised their fees for funding an account. Like the initial deposit has to be $1,000 now, up from $200. Because they said they were having way too much, way too many people signing up just to buy crypto, and they couldn't handle it.
Why would you not just stop then?
Yeah, stop offering your services at all.
Actually, the easier thing for them to do would just be take that money that they're immediately getting and buy more Bitcoin.
I don't know how eToro works necessarily, if they're in custody of crypto or if they're an exchange or what the deal is.
They're all just LARPs.
Yeah, but I can't
The
imagine.
exchanges don't actually have anything.
Can you imagine trading like crypto on eToro? I don't know.
Who?
There's just something about it.
Literally, where?
There's just something about it.
eToro. Yeah, I mean, they weren't. Yeah, what the hell? They were a traditional market exchange before, weren't they? They tried to dip their foot in.
They just like added crypto, and then they can't handle it.
And then all these people are reading these Motley Fool articles, and they're like, "Oh, eToro is the way." They have Bitcoin.
In Motley Fool's favor, we have CNN Business saying Bitcoin rally may be the mother of all bubbles. Says B of A.
Who?
Who knows? It's like they put these things here as if I'm just like gonna know what they're talking about.
I just really like that today we just have everyone pointing in all directions. You know, you got Motley Fool pointing up, you got CNBC pointing up,
Yeah.
you got Bloomberg pointing down, you got Forbes pointing left, you got
It's all very frothy.
someone doing something.
Thinking about buying Bitcoin.
Frothy.
Are you thinking of buying Bitcoin? What experts say about big crypto concerns? You have to be mentally prepared. That's what
You have to be mentally ill, is what it should say. Yeah.
It just talks about is Bitcoin
problems.
too risky for the average investor? And they're like, nope, as long as you start small. And then this is just like basically, you know what's funny is this is the CNBC Make It section. I don't know if you can see that on my screen though, but
hang on, let's see this. Make It.
Make It.
Oh my god.
It's just called thinking about buying
They've
Bitcoin.
Make It's gone mainstream.
And so this page basically just ends up being an entire like guide to crypto, kind of like a really intro guide.
Wow.
And it's like it doesn't have anything to do with that, talking about being
This
mentally
is really
prepared.
not a nice way for them to do it. Like, they're literally sitting here saying, maybe you're too retarded for this because you have to be retarded to not make money in crypto.
Well, I was hoping that there would be some experts saying, like, talking about the psychology of people who are like, you know, like if it could just like profile an XRP schizo or something, or like, you know,
right?
Like tell you actually how to mentally prepare. But then it's like all of the experts are business experts. Like they
don't even tell you how to trust the plan.
Yeah. They have David Rosenberg is one of their guys. Warren Buffett.
I trust sophisticated
expert
men.
in mental preparation. Kevin O'Leary.
Who?
Yeah, so these are the people that you need to learn about crypto from.
Yeah, well, I prefer my my people to be members of QAnon.
I can feel that. I mean, like, if there's no plan that's being trusted, like, what are we building towards, really?
Yeah, you really got to show me the truth in such an abstract way that only I can believe it.
Yeah, and maybe off the air I'll explain to you the benefits of XRP.
Wow, there's benefits.
There's many benefits. So, do you have any other stories before we go to the Motley report?
You just take her away.
Okay. Well, from Motley Fool on January 8th, 2021, we have them saying Bitcoin prices are going insane. 3 reasons why you should avoid it.
Other than the fact that it's a vertical chart and
yeah. And they talk about it being a highly volatile market, there being security risks, it doesn't have adoption. It's basically like our intro.
Yeah, nobody uses this.
Yeah. It talks about crypto stocks being on the rise.
Oh my god, again with
this. Yeah, it just says it's risky investments. Bitcoin needs a broader adoption by institutional investors. And then it's like and then it talks about Hive, the like mining thing they were shilling before. Hive can capitalize on its first mover advantage and become the crypto mining leader. But whether it's Bitcoin, the digital currency, or Hive, the crypto miner, you must be willing to take risks.
Man, so the computer company I bought my computer with like was the only company at the time, and it was kind of like just around the when the crash was kind of
So
going
this was the
around
only company that took crypto.
that took crypto, and they're rolling now, I bet, because of their decision to just keep accepting it. Because companies like Expedia dropped that, like using crypto throughout
Yeah.
the like 2018, 2019, and probably still.
Well, it's like
But
all
man,
of those places that use like that accept Bitcoin were accepting it through
yeah.
some kind of payment service that would pay them in cash and would
Oh,
just like that's how it works. Like I mean that if you have like a Shopify or something that accepts crypto or like you have any kind of like
I didn't know that.
typically the whatever API it is programmed to sell immediately upon receiving the crypto into cash so that you're not taking any risk over and above the risk of accepting cash.
Wow.
So yeah,
Oh,
it's
what
not
the
like
hell?
companies don't just like sit on crypto for the most part,
Oh,
but
wish
they
they did.
could.
I mean, would have been a good move.
Probably would have been more profitable than some of them.
It's just too risky when crypto stocks are going up, you know.
Yeah. And do you have another Motley Fool report here?
I think I got the exact same one you're looking at there.
Well, let's talk about it then. Go ahead.
But I guess this is a couple days old. This is Bitcoin approaches 42,000, but not all cryptocurrency stocks are up today. And it's yeah.
Like it just like sneaks in the word stocks. You know, it's like you're really here to
Yeah.
like read about Bitcoin, but it's like remember the
Yeah,
cryptocurrency stocks.
the stocks for shilling aren't up.
Yeah.
That's right. And what? I don't even. What do you?
I don't
Huh.
know how you get there.
Yeah, I really don't know. Obscure small cap stocks and penny stocks seem to be where people are looking. No, I don't think so. Especially if you're already looking at crypto, you're done
Yeah.
with that.
Yeah, imagine like
Yeah.
being an investor and like actually like this is your exposure to cryptocurrency stuff is just a motley fool.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, Junlei Limited and eBay International Holdings, both on Nasdaq, down 15 and 6%. It's like,
Yeah.
okay,
It's like
well,
I
we
guess
got,
the thing is I think that these people they're probably right in thinking that everybody's stupid for the most part.
right?
And they probably are better off just going to their like financial advisor and putting their money in like whatever like a medium growth fund is that they have.
Yeah. Man, it must be
But
really relaxing to be in those stocks where they only move that much, you
yeah,
know?
yeah, where you're just competing with like inflation barely.
Yeah, it must be really comfy because, yeah, I don't know. To not be going up like several degrees at a time.
Yeah. Well, because I mean like if you're paying attention, if you
It's not
bought
fun.
like at some point in the low section of Bitcoin's cycle and you sell sometime in the high part, like you could be pretty stupid and do it. But it's like all of these people seem to have this thought that you're going to hold through every crash.
Right.
And so that like that's how they're like talking about how conservative to be and like how they're formulating their portfolios and stuff. And it's like why don't you just like look at the macro cycle and sell when it makes sense and buy back, and then you only have to look at the positive side of Bitcoin.
I don't trade.
Never have.
Don't trade.
Well, I mean, my problem was I didn't trade last time, and
That's fair.
you know, I was dumb as shit. But like, you know, you'd think that people who pay attention to the stock market, like who are actually going to be reading stuff about stocks in their free time, you'd think that they'd be able to figure out the like really simple larger crypto stuff, you know?
No doubt. Yeah, you've seen like 100 years of it now. You just got to compact that into like 10 years.
Yeah. But so that's the Motley Fool report.
Fooled. I've been fooled again.
Absolutely fooled.
I bought crypto stocks instead of real crypto. I've been fooled.
I didn't use the drops again. The entire news section.
Oh, dude, 4 strength, 4 stam leather belt.
A dark web old coiner once told me about a deep secret blockchain kept hidden from the normie net. He described it as if Bitcoin and Monero had very private relations and birthed a discreet, media-shy child chain that's now used primarily as a store of value for darknet hackers. Deploying the proof of cred DK Clark's protocol for completely anonymous and instantly settled transactions, it goes without saying that it's cool. Bitcoin cool. Tried and tested by the most hardcore, try-hard people who rely most on security, and proven to have inherent value backed by illegal transactions, we believe Bitcoin Cool is ready for its public release. Plus, anything with Bitcoin in its title is guaranteed to pump to top 10 at least temporarily. But yeah, we can probably get on to losers.
Get on to losers. Who's losing? Are you losing? Are you mathematically falling from the sky systematically 1% at a time?
I can see why we don't use the CoinMarketCap one.
Yeah, dude, it's a mess, right?
Yeah.
I'm telling you, that's why we use poo poo paprika top two. Or no, sorry, top 200 last 7 days Bitcoin value price change, and we're both gonna slap that refresh button right now. Okay. Oh yes, wow.
Wait, you don't go to the loser section, Michael?
What are you talking about? I'm exactly looking at exactly the same thing you're looking at right now.
I thought you were talking about the top. Okay, so you're talking about this being top 200. Okay.
Whoa, yeah,
I gotcha. Okay, so this is the top 10 losers amongst the top 200 cryptos.
Some familiar faces here again. First, we got, wow, actually quite, how are these guys consistently on this list? I really feel for whoever is still holding what's going on here.
Yeah.
Of course, we got first 141 DX chain token, which is
the camel coin. It's got the camel logo.
Yeah, the one with the camel logo.
With some, like, really crappy, like, voxel art. And
it's just been going down. Man, you know what? It went back up again right before the new year and then decided to take a tank again. Jeez. So we reported on this in between both of its drops.
The first decentralized big data and machine learning network powered by computing-centric blockchain.
The first decentralized downward escalator.
Yeah.
Let's go.
The world's
DX chain token.
1 millionth way to throw your fucking crypto in the garbage.
Yeah, also the 1 millionth not needed token ever.
DX chain down 33.33%. If that's not a sign, I don't know what is.
Yeah, well, there's a lot of signs here, and science on these signs. And following DX chain, because we know it's not useful or anything worth talking about, we got 128 Ampleforth minus 33%.
I've heard Ampleforth shilled on Biz.
It sounds familiar.
And it says that it propagates, so it receives exchange rate information from trusted oracles and propagates that to holders of its units by proportionally increasing or decreasing the number of tokens each individual holds.
Well, they say on the website the rebasing cryptocurrency, so you're going to be rebased.
Oh,
you're not gonna be based. You're gonna be rebased, and it says Ample's like Bitcoin, except it can be used in contracts. Like, okay.
Just when I think you've said the stupidest thing ever, you keep talking.
Yeah, they do. They don't stop. If you go down, they just keep mentioning how they're like Bitcoin.
So they're like Bitcoin, but you can use contracts.
Here's the only difference. It says using Bitcoin, unstable contract obligation, high risk of default. Using Apple, stable contract obligation, lower risk of default. Thank you, Apple, for pretending you're Bitcoin.
Yeah, so I don't know about this one. I mean, it has a really cool animated thingamajig on its website here. So, I mean, I've heard it's shilled. It's got a cool animation. I'm like 60% of the way sold, even though I don't understand what it does, really.
It's like Bitcoin, except it's not.
So it's like it makes assets that are pegged to certain prices, basically.
It's like Bitcoin, except it's trusted.
Fair enough. Okay, I don't know. I'm thinking way too hard about this.
Why doesn't Motley Fool just say use the? They tell you what it is. It's like Bitcoin.
I'm way overthinking this crypto stuff, dude.
Because he said it's like Bitcoin, but it's low risk. That's.
Man, let this be a lesson to all of you. Don't overthink this crypto stuff, okay? Yeah. Overthinking it is not what makes you the gains in crypto. You're not like the major money is never going to like funnel into your like genius project. So, just stop overthinking it and think more like a child.
Unless you're Celsius at number 18 and minus 32%, wow. But up 3,000% on the year. Damn.
This is a lending network.
This is a lending network of lending you fake money.
So I think this might be one of the biggest ones, a $2 billion market cap, which that's pretty crazy when it loses that much of that large of a market cap. But anyway. I've heard that there's some competition in the lending space, in the DeFi lending.
Yeah, whatever happened? What was that one with the triangle logo? And it was supposed to be a lending thing. That was one of the earlier ones. Salt?
Yeah, okay, I remember Salt. I lost money. Salt. I put $100 in it. It went to zero, basically.
Yeah, does Salt still exist? Salt's at number 222, 224. So it's looking like it's a piece of shit.
Yeah,
we'll call it that.
It's a generation 1 lending, but I don't know if it ever worked. I never participated in it. But like
that's fair.
Yeah, so apparently, like, I mean, what it all comes down to is the rewards for people that provide capital.
Right.
So it's like. It's just a matter of like people won't like it's just people finding the right price for credit in crypto, I guess, at this point. Like that's almost what will decide the best platform for lending is that they find the right mix of people actually willing to lend stuff out at that interest rate and people being willing to pay it.
I see. Yeah, well, if that's the case, I don't see it going much higher than it is. It's been around since 2018, so it's impressive if it's gone up, 3,000% since 2019 about. So, it did its thing.
But I mean, if you are not swinging 32%.
Yeah, if you're not swinging 30x gains, like, fuck.
And then what's next on the loser list?
Oh man, all we got is losers, and we got Theta Fuel at 114 and minus 31%. Theta Fuel, wasn't this here? No, this is different. This is new. This is something fun and interesting. What do we got here? Theta Fuel is the operational token of the Theta protocol. They always do this.
Oh, dude, 4 strength, 4 stam leather belt.
Yeah, that's right. Theta belt. Oh, it looks like it's for, it says it.
So it's like the gas for Theta protocol.
Yeah, well, whatever that is, who knows?
Well, Theta must be some kind of smart contract thing. I mean, I remember that being shilled right when it started, Theta.
Ah, I see.
I mean,
so I don't even know
like
if you know more than I do. They got.
I don't think it's really worth talking about the fuel price of Theta.
Yeah, me either. Moving on to 111. Our global prosperity friend Vitae.
A perennial favorite on the loser list.
Perennial favorite. You can see it with your pineal and your perineum. You got minus 29%.
Shit.
Mind you, these percentages change, wiggle and wobble. So if you decided to go looking, then there's probably something else there. But Vitae still on a perpetual downfall since we first covered it in November. Yeah, it looks. There's no recovering for Vitae. It was a pump and dump for sure.
Very pathetic chart right there.
Yeah, it's going out. Not even kicking and screaming. No up. Just straight down still. Progressive 30% for 3 months. What the hell is this? Number 120. Mimble coin at minus 27%.
Yeah.
What a marketable name.
So Mimble, if I'm remembering correctly, is some kind of Harry Potter reference. And so it's a very kind of Reddit coin. But Mimble was I don't know which one was first. I think Grin was the first Mimble coin. And I guess Mimble as a technology, like it's like a privacy, like a scalable privacy protocol. And I guess it's been talked about since like 2016, but Grin, I think, was the first one to implement it. And then Beam. And then Litecoin is talking about putting Mimble, like implementing an optional privacy mode for sending payments using Mimble. And then this coin, I have no idea what, like, on its website it says that, like, I think that the thing that it boasts about is 100% uptime and a small cap, like it's a 20 million cap coin.
What does that even mean, 100% uptime?
Like, it's just actually worked the whole time. I think that maybe Grin or Beam or somebody had problems at some point or something.
Well, I mean, if you're running decentralized anything, it should have 100% uptime. So if you manage to fuck that up...
Yeah. Yeah, so...
And imagine your legacy is like that you have to advertise 100% uptime, remind everybody.
Yeah, well, so it's got scarcity, scalability, privacy, fungibility, and security. So
I love fun.
I mean, as a transfer, like a private transfer thing, it could be good. I mean, I was interested in Mimble when that came out, and but it is down. It is down AF in the past week and 24 hours.
Down F. Big F. What are you looking at there next?
Yeah, that was way too much. That was way too much legitimate talk here.
Yeah, what the hell, man?
You stumbled upon something that I know way too much about. But now we have the big boy.
Why do you know so much about Harry Potter coin?
Bro, don't question it, okay? If you start asking too many questions, you're gonna start figuring out stuff you don't want to know. All right.
Well, it seems like I already have.
Yeah. Okay. Well. Anyway, our next loser, down 27%. Hex.
Doing what it does.
Yeah. It crashes. I think that it's made. It has dumpamentals, I think they call it.
Yeah, these things have a tendency to moon downwards.
Yeah, it's a downwards mooner in the crypto world, and so Hex was up quite a bit on the on Bitcoin and Ethereum charts.
But since last week when you called out Richard Schuler, it's everyone's agreed.
There seems to be some kind of effect here because it's
some kind of connection.
It's very rare FUD, the fake name Richard Hart and the real person behind it. I see lots of Hex FUD saying that it's a scam just because of the way it looks, and I mean, I'm sure that that's probably a valuable strategy for just looking at coins and just instantly saying that's a scam. It's probably quicker and easier than any other method that requires deeper investigation.
Poor thinking.
Yeah. So, I mean, most of the FUD is not from people who have like really looked into it. So, I mean, most of it's not very effective. But I mean, some of it is very effective. The fact that Richard Hart holds so much. I mean, what we're assuming is Richard Hart of the origin address of the Hex smart contract.
Sorry, can you say that name one more time?
Oh, Richard Schuler? Did I?
Yeah.
Oh, I stumbled probably
no,
on
that's
that.
fine. No, I think that's fine. I just wanted to make sure we were talking about
Right,
the same
yeah,
guy
yeah.
here.
Richard, is it Jay Schuler?
Richard J. Schuler, really?
Yeah, I think that's Richard J. Schuler.
Wow, man, this is some sophisticated stuff.
It's yeah, you can just feel it. But yeah, they're missing this FUD is my main point though. Like,
well, it looks like some people took your advice, because if it's dropping, that means people are hauling their sacks right out of there.
yeah, I mean it's volume. We were talking, I think, about the volume being less than 1% of the market cap last week, and now it's like half of what it was last week. And
Oof.
the market cap's like 2 billion, but it has a volume of 11 million in the 24 hours. And so, I mean, it doesn't seem like a lot of people are excited to do anything with Hex. What's next on our loser list here?
Next, we got this thing that I still don't know what it is, who it's from, what it does, or why I should carry. Polkadot at position 8 if you're...
Man,
it's probably been there for a while. And then we got minus 25%, which is pretty standard for a lot of stuff around there right now. But damn, minus 93.8% on the year. Oh, that's because the counter is bugged. That's why.
But
understood.
I don't know, man. I've spent too much time on like crypto internet lately. Like, I know what Polkadot is.
That's not good.
Like,
I don't. Is it?
Well, I mean, as far as I know, and I haven't looked into it, it seems to be competing with Ethereum.
That's pretty dumb.
Or it's like, it says here that it's for, it's a multi-chain application environment where things like cross-chain registries and cross-chain computation are possible. So
why does this look like they're going to have a decentralized network that's run on computers that are owned by one company?
Why does it look like that company is like in a department store in a mall?
Why does it look like Sears?
Yeah. It looks like an appliance. Like, it looks kind of like you might see that P.
Actually, that font, it looks like they stole it right from Sharpie.
Oh, yeah, it's the Sharpie font, basically.
It's basically the Sharpie font, is it not? It's
yeah.
Yeah, it's a little different, but it's not.
I don't understand a crypto, honestly, using black.
Me either.
Because the fact that I'm going to use dark mode anytime I'm looking at it.
Well,
but also, I just don't understand this, like why try to make it like old style, like corporate logos? It's like, these are meant to be like symbols, man. These are like,
these guys don't even give you a choice on their website with cookies. They're like, you're allowing cookies from third-party services, except all or only essential ones. It's like, I can't just say no. Come on.
But man, you're trying to win this shit with a logo like that. Like, are you kidding me? Like, you're
trying to win this.
Your logo needs to be like a symbol that is somehow like kind of next level ish, you know? Like, really makes me
don't...
kind of like enjoy looking at it. Like that fits in with the other ones too, you know, in a way.
Right. I just really, the logo doesn't even show up on dark mode. Eh?
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't understand trying to compete with Ethereum at this point. Like, and they kind of showed up late to the show, so.
Yeah, I mean,
surprising they hit 8.
Like
but,
to be fair, if there were a good competitor that was doing DeFi stuff right now that I like had access to liquidity pools, I would prefer to trade on something that didn't have the gas fees of Ethereum. Because it's like
that's true.
I like put like $100 in something and it's like up like 30%, and then it's like, oh, my gas fee to swap it is now $20. It's like, okay, well, that's like basically my entire profit, and I already did that. I paid that on the other side too.
Well, you should stop dealing in such small amounts.
Well, yeah, I guess that's the idea.
You know, it won't feel so bad when you move, you know, your millions and you're only paying $20.
That's true, but I don't trade the millions, you know.
Well, then you're really not playing this game right.
You're correct.
It sounds like you read Motley Fool.
I am kind of a Motley type.
Hey,
guy.
I got some stocks that you might be interested in. You can maybe put $20 in them.
What's next on our loser list here, guy?
Okay, we got OKB, which is OK Blockchain Foundation.
Huh.
Anyway, number 22 down 24%, which is it looks like perpetual free fall since this year started.
Yeah, it says it's up 119% on the year, but that's only in dollar value.
Whoa.
It's like looking at the Bitcoin value is a different story for sure.
So what do? It's a token economy designed and launched by our world-class development team based on blockchain technology. Wow.
It's like, what does that even mean, a token economy system? It's just so broad.
Based on blockchain technology? So what is it, not blockchain technology?
Oh, man. It's like, am I going to have to click this website?
Asset projects.
Oh, their website looks like Coinbase.
OKX must have been something before all this. And now they track prices.
Yeah, the cryptocurrency exchange with the most options. Huh. Well,
and maybe they use Chainlink to track prices.
Man, this was at it's at like 1.8 billion. So, I mean, obviously, that's not sustainable for whatever shit this is.
Well, there's definitely some sophistication going on, because this is not just like something that pops up.
Oh, and the last one on our loser list here, this might tie up some loose ends here.
Yeah, well, they've finally fallen almost out of top 100. They're at 93rd, I guess, right now. We got Chimpion and their ticker Banana. Dropped another, what does that say? Another 23%. Wow, that's kind of a punch in the balls if you got stuck in the pump and dump that they've been pulling here.
Jeez.
Dude. Yeah, and a major pump and dump, dude. Like,
It'll be interesting the first time that we don't report Chimpion being a loser.
It'll be interesting when Chimpion fades into obscurity, as it should. Because I'm not gonna bank with them ever, and I don't think anyone should.
It doesn't.
There's some financial advice.
It just doesn't strike me as stable.
Check on my calls. Yeah, it doesn't strike me as stable, smart, or real. Yeah, this is about as real as X.
Well, I mean, I guess the bar is pretty low now for what's real.
Yeah, I mean, if you can make it to the top, if you can make it like Chainlink and XRP and Hex to like top 10, top 3, then what's real? You know, I don't even think Bitcoin's real anymore.
Yeah, it's tough for me to like actually imagine that it's real.
Right? Difficult.
Yeah, so I that's why I've begun liquidating my entire stack, because I don't think it's real, and I think that this is like, we saw the top 40,000, giving up on the goal of over 200,000. We're just
likely if you're in the market, you're mad this week. You know, everyone's down today.
Yeah.
Everyone's feeling down.
So, does that bring us to the end of another great episode of Bags to Riches?
Brings me to the end of another not so bad episode, I think,
Yeah. Yeah, we're hitting the stride a little bit here.
Yeah, we just need to throw some money at Polkadot and Champion, and because it dipped, so it's gonna go back up, right?
Maybe when we get some profits on that, we can throw it all into XRP. Just ride that into the new paradigm.
I put all of my gains into XRP. All of my gains.
It's really the store of value on the blockchain.
It's really, truly the one thing that's provided me any confidence that cryptocurrency is real, and that I'm not just
you can see how like it interacts with real world bankers and stuff.
It's the only way to actually feel. To be fair, you have to have a very high IQ to understand Bitcoin. Its future applications are extremely subtle, and without a solid grasp of computing and economics, most of its possible functions will go over a typical investor's head. There's also Satoshi's free market outlook, which is definitely woven into this creation. His personal philosophies draw heavily from Robert Malthus, for instance. The shills understand this stuff. They have the intellectual capacity to truly appreciate the depths of this coin, to realize that it's not just speculation. It says something deep about life, and as a consequence, people who dislike Bitcoin are truly idiots. Of course they wouldn't appreciate, for instance, the brilliance of Satoshi's brilliant programming method, blockchain, which itself is a cryptic reference to the Haber and Stornetta's Merkle trees. I'm smirking right now, just imagining one of those addle-paddled simpletons scratching their heads in confusion as our Lord and Savior's genius wit unfolds itself on their computer screens. What fools. How I pity them. And yes, by the way, I do have a Bitcoin tattoo, and no, you cannot see it. It's for the ladies' eyes only. And even they have to demonstrate that they're within 5 IQ points of my own, preferably lower, beforehand. Nothing personnel, kid.